I was taking part, and at one point I was actually beating the mayor, but if you have a look over here, my bike is now no longer in a working state. I've had a puncture somewhere in the middle of Alexandria. This route actually starts in Sandton, goes through Alex, ends up in Houghton, really cuts across the socio-economic sphere of Johannesburg, and that's really what this race is all about, showing South Africans that they can use their bicycles to get to work and back. There's thousands of cyclists. As you can see, I'm right at the back of the pack now, but I'm obviously in big trouble. Having said that, I'm not alone. If you look behind me, there's a couple other guys that are doing some bike repairs. It's hope that I'll get picked up along the way. This is about 20.8 kilometer cycle. As I said, it's heading to Houghton. It actually goes past Nelson Mandela's house. This entire week has been about cycling, about cycle paths that are being initiated, and about teaching South Africans about the 1.5 meter rule, that motorists should have some respect for cyclists. Safety is a big priority. But at the same time, motorists are saying there's quite simply not enough space on South Africa's roads. More infrastructure is needed, more cycle paths. And we're seeing some of those cycle paths, whether we look at Braamfontein or there's 40 kilometers of cycle paths that are now in Durban. There's been some significant changes to try and make South Africa an eco-mobility capital. So we take some of the pressure off motorized transport and people start getting on their bikes.
I can also see, there's a lot of people right behind you there who look to be really taking the journey quite easy. Is there assistance to you now that your bicycle has now broken down?
It's a very good question, and I'm asking myself the same question. Is there assistance? We're hoping that there'll be a car at the back to pick us up, but it's anyone's guess. Or in the unlikelihood that somebody might have a spare tube, I might come right. But it's not too far. Potentially I could walk to the end. I think that's the symptom of a very unprepared cyclist. One of the key rules of cycling is that you should have tubes, you should have all the preparation in place. Of course, in Johannesburg, especially after the seasonal periods, the festive periods, there's a lot of glass on the roads. Punctures are not an uncommon sight.
And what is this general mood around you? I mean, I can see people really just taking it easy behind you, but is it a mood of excitement or what is the feeling?
I'd have to say it's a mood of exploration. There's a feeling that a lot of people don't know that there's quiet paths in South Africa that they can cycle on. Have you got a spare tube by any chance? How are you doing? I'm just asking people if they've got a spare tube for the bike. It's an opportunity for people to see the quieter roads in South Africa. There's actually a map that's coming out at the end of this race that will show South Africans where these paths are. This is also coinciding with something called the Corridors of Freedom, the rail via paths that are running through Johannesburg that are helping to develop and solidify populations in areas like Melville, where we're going to start seeing urban population densities, because of course it's not efficient to have public transport running through low spatial density living, which we currently experience here in South Africa. Look at this. This is the youngest cyclist we've seen thus far. How old are you? He's 5.5, and he is doing the 20-kilometer cycle all on his own with his father over here.
Your line support to short.
As you can see, this is a real family event. You've got old, young, everyone can do it. It's quite accessible. It's not a difficult cycle at all.